towards Mindy.
Yes.
Okay. So on the homepage, we can find out more information to register as well.
Correct.
Super.
Correct.
Okay. I know Elizabeth also wanted to speak about a couple other topics. Mindy, are you familiar with the Smithsonian update as well?
I'm unfortunately not quite as familiar with the Smithsonian update as Elizabeth, but
Okay.
What I have heard is that the partnership between the USPTO and the Smithsonian is set to open sometime late in 2014. It will be at there's a pavilion down on the mall. As I said, unfortunately, I'm not quite as familiar with that as Elizabeth is, but let me just see if I can find some more information about that for you, and
Super.
Maybe Elizabeth will come back while I'm trying to do that.
No, that's okay. And in the meantime, there are new resources that are available, as Mindy mentioned and Elizabeth mentioned, and also Montia mentioned, that really are fantastic. If you go on to the USPTO, I keep saying the USPTO, it's just www.uspto.gov website, and you'll see all those different resources that are available to you, but there are some new ones. Elizabeth, are you with us?
I am. I apologize, Brian. It looks like the battery on my phone died. I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
That's so embarrassing.
Who came up with that? Who came up with that invention?
Let me tell you, I'm going to have to talk to that inventor.
But anyway, Mindy touched on the Smithsonian update, and we were actually on, before we lost you, we were talking about the conference and where inventors can actually register and sign up, and to find out if there is a fee for it.
Sure. Brian, if they were to, again, go to the Inventors pull-down tab that I mentioned, and go to, on that page, go to Current Events. It immediately pops up as the 18th Annual Independent Inventor Conference, and there's information there. There's a registration tab there. There is a price for the conference. It is $90 for the 2 days. That includes lunch for both days to allow for networking and a speaker, and includes everything else, your conference materials, and we think it's a great price for all of the goods and services that people are going to be able to avail themselves of. One last thing I would mention about the conference, and I'm sorry to go on so much about it, but I believe in it is such a great opportunity, is that we also offer the opportunity for one-on-ones. We'll have experts both from the Patent and Trademark Office as well as the legal community, as well as some of our other speakers there, who are able to sit down and spend 15 minutes with people who sign up to talk to that person whose information they need the most. So it's a great opportunity for someone to get a direct and personal question answered.
Super. Okay, and we touched on the Smithsonian before.
Sure.
So was there anything, Mindy, was there anything else that you wanted Elizabeth to add to what you said? You were looking for something, right?
Elizabeth, I didn't have on the top of my head where the exhibition was going to be, and maybe you could do a great job of just saying the building and what people could expect when the exhibit opens and that kind of thing.
Sure. Well, and I appreciate you jumping in there, Mindy, because I know you're familiar with the project as well. Yeah, we, as we've mentioned, I think, on a previous show, Brian, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has this incredible opportunity. We've signed a 7-year collaboration with the Smithsonian, and as a part of that collaboration, we are helping in the reopening of the Arts and Industries building on the National Mall. This building has been closed for over 10 years. For anyone who's been to the National Mall, the Arts and Industries building is directly adjacent to the Smithsonian Castle, both of which are just beautiful, stunning buildings. When the building reopens in late 2014, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office will have 18,000 square feet in that building in a space that's called the Innovation Pavilion. And in that pavilion, we will not only, as well as in the rest of the building, hold an annual Innovation Expo, but we'll also hold regular and ongoing innovation expos. the building itself is going to be dedicated to celebrating American innovation. And that's what the building was originally intended for when it opened many, many years ago.
Very nice. So when is that scheduled to open?
It's scheduled to open in late 2014.
Okay.
But we do anticipate that the website for the building is going to go live here very shortly. They're shooting for the end of September, but the end of September is creeping on us very quickly. But their goal is the end of September. As soon as I have that, and perhaps in one of your next shows, Brian, I will share that website address with you.
Absolutely. I'll share it on the radio show and to my social media friends. No problem. Okay. Perfect. Now, was there a particular resource that you wanted to share with us that was brand new on the uspto.gov website?
I did, and that was something I mentioned at the very outset of my presentation, and that was the centralized listing of major patent application initiatives. And that's probably going to be a tool best used by somebody who's at least slightly familiar with the process and is ready to file an application or has an application that is undergoing examination. What it provides is a timeline of patent initiatives that are available to applicants throughout the process. Filing, first action, final rejection, appeal, allowance, or issue. It talks about some of the things that we have going in the office right now that people can take advantage of. So I would certainly encourage people to look at that. It organizes the information in a very helpful manner. And it's something new to our website, so something we're certainly looking to get some feedback on from our stakeholders. Super.
I'm going to take a look at it as well. I haven't been there yet. Okay, and you had one, I remember you were talking about a software partnership. If you could just brief us on that quickly.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Yeah, the last thing I'd like to mention this evening is we are going to be hosting a software partnership meeting in Berkeley, California. Now, while I know you're there in New York, I'm sure some of your listeners are in the California area, but actually it's not even necessary that you be in the California area to participate in the partnership meeting because it will be available by webcast. The software partnership meeting is taking place on Thursday, October 17th, 2013, from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and that's Pacific time. It'll be taking place at the UC Berkeley School of Law. And the idea behind the software partnership meeting is to provide an opportunity to bring stakeholders together to share ideas, experiences, and as well as a forum for informal discussion on topics that are specific to that community, specific to the software community. So we're going to have some senior officials at the partnership meeting, and are going to really take it as an opportunity to talk to people who are working in the area of software and to talk about ways in which we can work better together on strategies to improve claim clarity, maybe the use of glossaries in patent applications. And it's an interesting topic and one that we are really seeking stakeholder feedback on as it continues to be a very developing area for sure.
Okay.
There will be one hosted at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, but the date hasn't been announced just yet. So this is going to be a first opportunity. There will be another opportunity to participate, but again, we encourage people to participate in this one in person or by webcast. Okay.
Super. Elizabeth, I think we were getting a little zapped. I think the next phone's going out.
It sure sounds like it.
Yep.
Probably to update my phone system.
Or charge them when you're not using it. I know it's not you. It's everybody else in the house. Okay. So thank you very much, Mindy, Montia, and Elizabeth. We have a quick minute or two left. If you don't mind, just giving us, we know that, and I know that you work with inventors all day long in your respective fields and your departments. If you could just share with us some quick words of wisdom to leave the inventors, no matter what stage of the invention process they're at. You work with them. Tell us what you think, why we should keep going, and give us that those words of inspiration. Go ahead, Mindy.
I think my words of wisdom would be, first of all, don't take anything personally that you get from the office, and ask questions to make sure that you understand. So really communicate with the examiner or call the Ombusdman program if you don't understand what you received, and just don't take it personally, because it's really not.
Thank you so much. And Montia, there may be inventors out there that, they might be hitting their heads against the wall with filing for a patent. They may not be able to get a patent, but they can still commercialize something that already exists by coming up with a great name and having a trademark. So, Montia, there's your words of wisdom for our inventors listening.
Yeah, I would definitely say learn as much as you can about trademarks. I bet you know more about them already than you think you do, and try to come up with something that's distinctive and different that you could use to help market and sell your invention. And as Mindy indicated, please reach out to our office. We're happy to help you. We're there for you. And I also actually wanted to give a number for our petitions office, and these are actually staff attorneys answer the phones there, and that number is 571-272-8950, and that will give you, if your questions are even a little bit more difficult, or if you've got something that you filed with the office even that you've got some questions about, you can give our office a call as well, and we'd be happy to answer your questions.
Super. And in this interview, there's been plenty of email addresses, phone numbers, websites to visit. This is definitely going to be a show that you want to bookmark. So you can download it, save it to your iPads and iPods and cell phones. Keep these numbers handy when you need something from the patent office and you're an inventor. They're there for you. So definitely take advantage of the resources and the help that they will provide us. Okay, Elizabeth, some final words of wisdom from you.
You know what, Brian? My final words of wisdom are actually words that were said to me by a 10-year-old inventor who has a patent. She's selling her invention on the Internet. She has a trademark and is just a delight. And you'll be able to read about her in an upcoming issue of our Inventors Eye magazine, so I'm not going to spoil the surprise.
Okay.
She said to me that she wanted to share with other inventors, don't give up. It can be a long process. It can be a complicated process, but believe in yourself and don't give up, and be sure to ask for help, whether it's from your mom and dad or from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Be sure to ask for help.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you to the 10-year-old that we will soon find out in the Inventor's Eye, which you can subscribe to when you go to uspto.gov and click on Inventor's Eye and put in your email address, and every quarter you will receive the newsletter via email with great information from the uspto.gov. But, of course, we'll always love to have the ladies on the show. Come on to Got Invention Radio. We love to have you. Thank you for all this solid information, resourceful information, all the activities that are going on. Sounds like you have your hands full there, and as an inventor that's involved in the invention process, I really appreciate all the things that you're doing for the inventor community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you, everybody, for listening. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Inventors Digest Magazine. You can go to inventorsdigest.com. Distribution Direct, if you have product that needs warehousing and distribution. United Inventors Association, UIAUSA.org. Find an inventors group on that website. GetInventionHelp.com. Find resources for inventors, service providers. And QuickPatents.com. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Have a great night. Keep on inventing, and we'll see you soon. Thanks from Got Invention Radio.